Slovenia rolling out. They have the favourites with Tadej Pogacar, backed up by a brilliant squad. It looks like they've got, well, rather an abundance of riches, you might say. It's the same for Great Britain. Tom Pidcock has got a Britain. Question of endurance. Well, he got himself through a grand tour, of course, and finished third in La Vuelta. Described it as the best result of his burgeoning career. Denmark, you kind of look for here, and you have Matthias Schellmoser, a man who is an Ardennes specialist, and that
jumps over the years in both male and female categories. In fact, I think they're still at the top of the medal table, the Dutch. Florian Vermeers, Pogacar. Just looking to see the rider in the white. So they've got a little bit of help at the fronts. This is the Australians trying to come back as well. We see this pretty much throughout the whole race. Riders stopping for naturals or mechanicals. Teammates trying to kind of help them back. We know from the Australians who are the kind of principal riders, and they'll be looked after. Of course, this is all about trying to conserve as much energy as possible. Italian rider here on the right hand side just taking a little bit of a natural break, and of course we've been talking about that. There is a risk to that. Commissaires will fine you if it's within sight of the public. Portaloos have been used by a few of the key riders so far in this race, but yeah, this is what happens. There's a lot of action in the convoy at the rear of the peloton. It seems to be really kind of settled in. 7 riders in front, with Slovenia, Belgium and another nation riding at the front.
Line. It's going to get a little bit cagey this. We have now the next passenger to the finish line will be the final lap. You can almost hear the bell before we depart the circuit that we've become so used to.
On that podium, and he's going to earn it. What a fantastic move it was, Brian.
Yeah, he did this in the Tour of Luxembourg. I did just before this race, where both of these riders were riding, but that's just what Healy does. He just goes to the front and starts to grind away. At this stage of the competition, it's about what you have left in the legs, and Ben Healy's just got that little bit more left in the legs than Schellmoser, and you know he'll be wanting to grab this bronze medal for Ireland.
Yes, he will. That Slovenian riding style of his, where he just tips his head towards one side, and in fact imposes. So it'll be Lincoln Green, I guess you might say. That's it. What I'm talking about.
first time you win a major title. I was fortunate to win a British title twice. The first time, it's great, you know, it's new. But the second time,
from an incredible distance, 100 kilometres out, he imposed himself on this race, as he has done on the entire world of cycling. Ever since, as a young man, he walked into our consciousness. He has stayed there, rock and roll, all the way to the line. Tadej Pogacar, in charge of his own destiny, constantly, it seems. He measures himself against the very best and finds himself in clear space with nobody around him. It's become something perhaps he should get used to, but it doesn't. Look at the crowds. This is what cycling means, and this surely is its future.
incredible, isn't it?
Amazing.
That's the biggest crowd I've seen at Worlds.
Never seen anything like this. And this is the man they come to fate. Tadej Pogacar. I can't wait for the cheers when indeed the ceremony begins. He's done it again, Ryan.